Hey guys, it is CJ actually. CJ now. It's CJ. Yeah, I've rebranded. It's cool. It's kind of, hey, let's not talk about it too much. Look, it's a nice little rebrand. Instead of calling me Issue or what I was called before, I kind of like CJ. I kind of like it. It goes well. I like Deion Sanders, So, hey, with the channel profile picture change and everything, hey, I like it. It's pretty cool in my opinion. I don't have a banner yet, but fuck it. Who doesn't? Who needs that? But today I'm gonna be reacting to the Dallas Cowboys. Know exactly what they're doing, and it's working. So we're gonna react to this, and you know what I'm saying? Smooth little video. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna pause and talk a lot. So you know what? If you don't like it, just watch it yourself. Low key. Okay.
The Dallas Cowboys are about to become one of the most dangerous teams in the entire NFC.
Absolutely.
And I know how that sounds.
Right.
But
It doesn't sound
because just a few months ago, the entire football world was watching this franchise set itself on fire in real time.
Yeah,
remember that Micah Parsons trade? And I remember exactly how hard everyone went in.
The Micah Parsons, I had me so upset, bro. I was, if you're an OG fan, or a fan whenever I was doing the voiceovers at that time, and I did the video, why I'm no longer a Cowboy. I was mad, my nigga, and then I was like, you know what? Nah, we're good, man. Fuck that nigga. I made a whole freaking a whole new one. Like, you know what? Fuck Michael Parsons, man. He was crazy. It was on the emotions, but I was mad at first. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what the hell? I mean, come on, bro. Imagine you trade one of your best players on the team for and it was like, bro, what the fuck? And it's like, you know what? I didn't even realize the compensation we got for it and what it could do for us, though. You feel me? But yeah, I was mad.
Jerry Jones.
$188 million deal, a 4-year deal, $47 million a year. Holy shit, it's two first-rounders.
He's got the Micah Parsons.
Yeah,
right now.
Oh my god.
Poor guy.
What?
Oh dear. That poor fuck. Oh shit.
What?
I was feeling the same way though.
Do this season. I'm not watching football this season.
And the Cowboys misplayed it every step of the way.
I was ready to goddamn quit. I said, fuck it. I'm going to goddamn Chiefs.
This is a colossal screw up.
No, it's not.
By the Dallas Cowboys.
It actually wasn't.
After that trade, too, they were the laughingstock of the entire NFL. A team that was unable to get a deal done for their very best player, let alone a team letting him walk to one of the NFC's top contenders for a couple of picks. But now I want y'all to see what happened next. Because what if I told you the Cowboys, they didn't just survive this trade? No. What if they actually won the trade? Because honestly, since getting those first-round picks, the Cowboys have turned around and traded for another elite defender in Quinn Williams. They've added serious defensive talent in the draft. They've hired a new defensive coordinator with a Super Bowl ring. And the offense, the offense is still as scary as anything in football. Look, I think we all hated this trade when it was made for the Cowboys side.
It was annoying.
We basically thought it was highway robbery.
Right.
When you stack up everything that Dallas has got, 3 legitimate defensive weapons, a Super Bowl caliber defensive coordinator, you got to start to wonder, was Jerry just playing the long game on the entire NFL
I ain't gonna lie. You know what? You know what, Jerry? You know what, Jerry? Good job, buddy. You know what? You're not gonna get that a lot from me. Okay, look. I for people who know on the channel, look, I got beef with Jerry Jones. I ain't gonna lie. If I had to save that nigga, I wouldn't save that nigga. Do I hate him more than Donald Trump? No. Can't stand that nigga. I don't give a fuck if you unsubscribe. Go ahead. Keep going. I don't give a fuck. Leave, bitch. Leave. Bye-bye. See you later. Fuck. I'm gonna make it clear I don't like that nigga Trump. I hope he dies, boss. Wait, that's fuck. Wait, hold on. My bad, that's fucked up. That's bad. That's so bad. Oh my god, I think that just slipped out.
And well, if you are new around here, Halo, I am K-Rich Productions.
Let's just get to the video.
Today we're going to be breaking down exactly how the Dallas Cowboys pulled this off, why this defense is going to look completely different,
now, the defense is going to look
scary. And why the rest of the NFC East and entire NFC should be paying very, very close attention right now to the Cowboys. Because going into 2026, the Dallas Cowboys are a legitimate threat. So let's get into it. But I think, honestly, before we even talk about how the Dallas Cowboys fix this thing, we really have to talk about how broken the Cowboys were to begin with.
Absolutely.
Because as much as I want to give Jerry credit for the rebuild, the team clearly felt Parsons' absence throughout all of last year.
Definitely. My Cowboys have looked like absolute dog crap this season.
They have.
No, they've been looking boy last season. Shit, boy. Bro, we were the worst defense ever.
They look awful.
And I get hit with an ad. All right.
Start by choosing a garment, then click design.
Beautiful.
Cowboys defense schematically
awful. Big word.
Communication awful.
Oh shit.
Execution awful.
Damn.
There was not a single team in the NFL that gave up more points than the Dallas Cowboys.
We was giving up points like we was just throwing away free donuts.
Dallas gave up an average of 30.1 points per game, getting absolutely steamrolled defensively week after week.
Pretty much.
The crazy part too is it wasn't the league's elite doing the damage. Russell Wilson and his Giants put up 450 passing yards on them in
it was
week
crazy.
2.
I was
Russell
pissed.
Wilson. That's how bad it was for Dallas. Here's the thing, though, that honestly just continues to amaze me is that if this defense had even been subpar or just mediocre, this 7-9-1 Cowboys team probably could have snuck into the playoffs.
Bro.
And honestly, that's because of how good this offense actually was and carried this team all year long. Like last year, they put up the second most yards in the entire NFL. So
I
of
thought
course,
it was
when
first
the
at one point.
2026 NFL draft came around, it didn't take a genius to figure out where Dallas
we was going defense all day.
Jerry Jones and his guys were sitting at 12th overall in the draft, and they knew guys like Arvell Reese and Sonny Styles were never going to drop to them.
I had made a video previously about like taking either Sonny Styles or Caleb Downs. And low key, I'm so glad we went with Sony. Before I wanted Sony, like, okay, so before I wanted actually Caleb, then I was like, nah, I want Sony. But then when we got him, I was like, you know what? I actually like this better. I was like, it was so weird. I was like, bro, I can't choose, bro. Because like I was looking at their highlights side by side, and I'm like, I don't know. I feel like linebacker help in this area would be good, but at the same time, we do not trust Malik Hooker. Listen to what nigga when a nigga say this. We do not trust Malik Hooker. Fact now. Fuck no. Okay, let's be honest. Fuck no. No. So I was happy with the trade. Not trade, the draft. I was like it. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
It became clear that another Ohio State Buckeye was going to be on the board at one spot above them.
You want me to
fucking fast.
What'd you say? What did he say?
Above them. Yeah, the Cowboys, they moved fucking
fast.
We
moved fast for him, bro.
Overall pick, the Dallas Cowboys select Ohio State safety Caleb Downs. This is a firm A grade for me. I love this pick. Caleb Downs, one of the easiest players in this entire draft class to like, because truly when you watch his tape, there's no holes in his game.
And yes, sure, they had to give the Dolphins 2 late picks in the 5th, but according to some people, this was the very best pick they could have made, and honestly, one of the best picks of the entire draft.
And leading the way is the culture changer, Caleb Downs. And Caleb Downs will bring an attitude and approach and incredibly, probably one of the smartest players ever to play college football on the defensive side of the ball.
He got the IQ. He probably got an IQ 250.
Everybody said it. Okay, football IQ, unmatched. That's what Dallas needed to stabilize everything. He doesn't tolerate losing.
And y'all, I can't lie. When the Cowboys took Caleb Downs, I was jealous as a Saints fan because Caleb Downs is not your average safety. He's easily a guy that you're going to build your entire defense. I mean, hell, not even just your entire defense. The entire culture of your defense is going to be based around Caleb Downs.
That shit, man.
Because I think, honestly, this is just my opinion, and I think I've heard it.
I ain't even gonna lie, bro. When you talk about identity, a defense that's gonna bring it down, like a defense that's gonna be nasty and ruthless, like playing back in the day type of shit. I'm talking about when they had Ray Lewis back in the day. You feel me? I'm talking about when they was able to dog niggas. You feel me? Like the same shit could be had right here. I ain't even gonna lie. Same type of energy. I like it. I love it. Beautiful. Go ahead and say what you got to say, my brother.
From other people when the draft was coming up and even while it was happening, is that the thing is about Caleb Downs is that there's a real argument that the Cowboys might have landed literally the best overall prospect in this draft.
Yeah.
Like, forget about just defensive prospect. Throw that out the window.
No doubt.
I'm talking about the literal best
in the draft,
of the entire draft.
In the entire draft.
Because it's crazy that he fell into their laps at the 11th overall pick. Yeah. It's just crazy. I mean, just go watch the tape. Go look at what this guy did at Ohio State.
That boy was hitting. That boy was tackling. That boy was dominating.
Routes before the receivers could even
he was doing everything.
And doing all of this as one of the youngest guys on the entire field.
Elite, boy.
And this is the best part about him personally that I think and what makes him different is that Downs is not a project. He's not a guy you let sit for a year while he learns the defensive play.
Put him right back in there.
He's a play week one impact type of player. He's going to be the kind of safety you can drop into the middle of a defense and let him run the show on day one. And for a Cowboys defense that gave up more points than anyone in the entire NFL last year, that's not just that's the difference between anyone in the entire NFL last
How do you get burned that bad? How do you get done that bad? Make it make sense. He ain't even do nothing sweet on you for real.
Defense that
he didn't even. I'm sorry. I know this is about. This is not what this is about right now. But Lord have mercy, it's just making me mad, man. Like it just makes me.
That's not just valuable. That's the difference between 7-9-1 and a playoff run. His football IQ alone is going to clean up so much of what was broken in the secondary
because them niggas was stupid. I swear everything they love. I love it. They were stupid. Especially like Kenneth Murray. Oh my God, Kenneth Murray. Boy, I don't want to ever see that man play football again. Respectfully, I know you love football, brother. It's your life. It's your dream. It's your job. But Lord have mercy if you don't get in the kitchen. Get in the kitchen and don't come back, please. Because Lord have mercy, bro. You're the definition of just. What do I call you without being rude? Lord have mercy. What do I call these niggas without being rude? I don't know what I can't. It's going to come out rude.
The communication issues, the coverage. Now, look, I know that's a lot to say about Downs, but I think personally, Downs alone doesn't fix this secondary by himself.
No,
and even headed into this offseason, Dallas knew that. The unit last year was getting
that boy, don't even get started on Donovan Wilson. Oh my God. Oh, don't get me started on Donovan. Oh my God. Oh, please stop showing these niggas.
With injuries all season long. I mean, both DaRon Bland and Malik Hooker missed 5 games each. And remember, back in 2023, Bland was a first-team All-Pro.
Yeah, Bland was. He was him.
Record for pick sixes.
That boy was locked now.
Five, y'all. But since then, he's kind of struggled to stay healthy. But if he can get back to that kind of level, him and Downs are going to be a nightmare for defenses to have to deal with all year long. On top of that, too, the Cowboys' biggest free agency move was also centered around beefing up the secondary as veteran safety Jalen Thompson on a 3-year, $36 million deal, which is exactly the kind of smart move a team has to make to fix a unit as broken as this one. Thompson isn't just a solid safety, too. He's going to be a guy that's going to be a great mentor for Downs as he chases becoming one of the very best.
Oh my God, this is the second time they done hit me with
Steve,
this.
You don't need pickles
like, bro,
for pickleball.
You don't need pickles for pickleball. It's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
What have I been playing?
That boy been playing the real pickleball for real. That boy been playing pickleball.
Hi there. Would you like to receive a gift?
Bro,
I'm a missionary for
I don't want no
Church of
gift,
Jesus
bro.
Christ of
Respectfully, I love Jesus, but like, please get off my screen.
At his position. All right, y'all. Had to take a quick time out in today's video to talk about today's sponsor.
Yeah, you can kiss my ass on that, brother. I ain't gonna Yeah, bro. Shut that shit up, bro. Oh, there's a little thing at the bottom.
And then look.
Okay, there you go. I think.
Can't deny that the Cowboys defense just so much scarier. So I mean, honestly, you can't deny that the Cowboys are making moves to try and fix this just kind of broken back end of their team pause. But again, you got to ask the question, what about the Parsons-sized hole up front in the defensive line? Like, how are you going to replace a guy as disruptive, destructive, and just as violent as Micah Parsons was? And well, that's kind of the thing they found out, is that you can't replace him with just one player. You got to probably replace him, well, with what they did was 3 players, which is absolutely insane that a guy could equal or be equated to 3 players as one. But again, that's a different video for a different time, because this all started last season when they made the right move at the trade deadline.
We are digging into the moves that the Cowboys are making. Quinnen Williams coming over from the Jets to shore up that porous defense that got exposed last night. Nick, I love this deal because I said flatly, Quinnen Williams is good. And the Cowboys need good players.
To get Quinnen Williams, though, Dallas did have to ship off a second-round pick and a 2027 first rounder from the Parsons trade to the Jets for a 4-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle. But I mean, look, Williams was just one of the few things Jets have had to be positive about in recent years. But now sending him to Dallas, they kickstarted their own rebuild, and they kickstarted the Cowboys too in the process. I mean, Williams is a genuine game changer at defensive tackle too. He collapses pockets by himself.
He was something different when he was in that little 3-game stretch we had. He was a help for real. He turned it into a unit for a second, boy. It was crazy. And then they turned around and just let's talk about that.
Forces offenses to change their entire game plan, and when you line him up alongside Kenny Clark,
absolutely,
the Cowboys suddenly have one of the more impressive duos in the entire NFL. Honestly, they can get to the quarterback, they can stuff the run, and they can cause havoc on every single down. And here's the thing too, I think a lot of people forget is that while Clark was the make weight in the Parsons trade, he's also a 3-time Pro Bowler in his own right. The Packers were paying him over $20 million for a reason, because he's a legit threat now on that Cowboys defensive line. And that's the thing, I think we have to really ask ourselves is when you think about the Parsons trade too, it landed Dallas both Clark and now Williams. So, I mean, maybe, just maybe, you could start to think that Jerry Jones, for as crazy as it was to trade away Parsons, might have known what he was doing all along, especially when you consider they then used one of the picks that they traded for and got this guy.
With the 23rd pick,
Malachi Lawrence.
2026 NFL Draft,
Malachi Lawrence.
the Dallas Cowboys select
Malachi Lawrence.
Defensive end,
University
of Central Florida.
That's what that Packers pick became as the 23rd overall selection. And of course, the Cowboys were not done fixing this defense. Now, look, Malachi Lawrence is a pick that divided opinion among most draft heads, but as a pure pass rusher, there probably wasn't anybody better on the board at pick 23.
There really wasn't.
And
he's
obviously,
different.
I'm not telling you he's better than Micah Parsons, or will he ever be. Nobody's saying that. But here's what I get to keep coming back to is that have the Cowboys recreated Micah Parsons in the kind of like aggregate sort of? Like, I mean, think about it. When you stack Kenny Clark, Quinnen Williams, and Malachi Lawrence, 3 players Dallas got directly out of the Parsons trade, you got more total firepower than you would with just Parsons out there.
Absolutely, I agree.
How phenomenal he is too. Then as we dive deeper into their draft too, they added Michigan linebacker Jashai Barham in the 3rd round, and they pulled off recent trades to that draft too. They added Michigan linebacker Jashai Barham.
Barham is going to be something different as well. He is going to be something, I'm not going to lie. When you watch that boy tape in his highlights, Jesus, he comes off violently quick and he can beat you with just one move and one move only. Like, it's crazy. Like, he'll go up, down, and swim. You know what I'm saying? He'll go up, left, and he's gone. Or he'll just make one move and go. Like, it's crazy. I'm like, oh my God. And he a little hybrid linebacker off the ball. Oh, man, Jesus.
In the
he's
good.
Round,
and they pulled out recent trades to land Rashawn Gary and D. Winters from the 49ers.
D. Winters,
so, I mean, again, for all of Jerry Jones's faults and for all the criticism he's caught in recent years and how much he, a lot of people have divided opinions on him, it's hard to deny that he understood the scale of the problem in Dallas and dedicated this entire offseason to fixing every single level of this defense, including right at the top 2.
The Dallas Cowboys' search for a new defensive coordinator is over. The team is hiring Eagles secondary coach and passing game coordinator Christian Parker as the new.
I'm just saying, if Brian Schottenheimer worked the way it did with having the offense that they had, like, bro, Christian Parker gonna be the same way, bro. I'm trying to tell people. I'm trying to tell people, bro. It's going to be elite. We're going back to that 2021 to 22 to 23 defense, bro. Even better, probably. Mark my words. We're going to be like top 5 in every category, bro. Like, word, watch.
DC. The move comes after the Cowboys fired former defensive.
You don't know.
Bro, this is the 3rd ad, bro. I'm about to tweak, bro.
Okay, let me tell you. Here's 3 new AI.
Y'all niggas got me messed up, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Keep playing on me. Y'all gonna find out.
Eberflus Parker will be the team's different defensive coordinator in his many seasons.
For all the lack of talent and skill on the Cowboys defense last year too, it was painfully obvious that Matt Eberflus wasn't getting anywhere close to the best out of them. So unsurprisingly, with Matt Eberflus, as most things happen with him, he was fired.
Well, that's a shock.
Vacancy to the team to proceed to fill with a 34-year-old defensive coach who comes in with a huge reputation. Christian Parker's risen through the ranks in this league, and he's done it very, very fast. the defensive backs coach in Denver and then Philadelphia, and he coached up truly elite corners along the way. I mean, think of guys like Patrick Surtain, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean. And when he arrived in Philadelphia with Vic Fangio, he picked up pass game coordinator duties as well. And here's the kind of crazy part too, is that, of course, him and Fangio did actually inherit the third worst defense in the league. But what did they proceed to do? Well, in just a span of 12 months, they took that dumpster fire of a unit and turned it into one that gave up the second fewest points and fewest yards in the entire NFL. Oh, and along the way too, they managed to win Super Bowl 59 along the way as well. So not bad for a year's work, I'd say.
Yep,
so,
not bad.
When I tell you the Cowboys just hired a defensive coordinator who specializes in turning around truly dismal defenses, that's got to be music to the ears of America's teams fans everywhere.
Beautifully.
But I think honestly, the thing that I constantly keep coming back to and thinking about with this team is that this defense doesn't even need to be, you know, quote unquote, the best in the NFL for Dallas to get back to the playoffs.
It does
not. It doesn't even need to be top 5. I'm going to say this. They don't even have to be top 10 to get back into the playoffs, y'all. Because honestly, if they can just put a defense out there that's middle of the pack and not the worst defense last year, giving up the most points in the NFL, this offense is going to be able to pick up that slack.
It's so fun to watch this Cowboys team play offensively. Pickens had the like little hitch route where he caught the ball, beat the guys to the edge, jumped over a defender. CD had a couple crazy touchdowns. And coming out of this game, this felt like both a must win for both these teams. They sort of have to run the table to make the playoffs for both of them. They're both, and the Cowboys are playing as good offensively as any team in the NFL right now.
Last season, the Cowboys were one of the league's very best teams offensively, and only the Rams put up more yards of offense than Dak Prescott and the Cowboys, who spent most of the season digging themselves out of a hole that the defense made for them. That game that I was talking about earlier where Russell Wilson threw for 450 yards in week 2, the Cowboys still somehow managed to win that game. Although it took 40 points in overtime to make it happen. And CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens alone, this team has one of the very best wide receiver duos in the entire NFL, up there with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, I'd argue. Hell, up there with Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams, I'd even argue. I mean, especially any duo you can think of, these guys are probably at that level. Obviously, George Pickens was the star last season as he had his best season yet, putting up a superb 1,429 yards and 9 touchdowns.
Every time he touched the ball.
All year long. And look, y'all, I know George Pickens, he has that reputation from his time in Pittsburgh, you know, as a bit of a hothead, you could say. Maybe as, you know, you could even argue a diva or crazy, a guy that cared about himself more than the actual team, you could even say, at some points at least. But last year, it looked like a completely different George Pickens. He left all of that behind and had an absolutely, you could argue probably top 5 wide receiver.
I ain't gonna lie, he had little moments where he was just like, I'm gonna curse up, but then just kind of just held himself back. Like, this is the one clip where he's like, Dak threw him like on a go route, and like they didn't connect, and Pickens was just like, because they were on each other, so like Pickens was literally grabbed his, I think it was number 24 on the Eagles. He grabbed his like leg real quick, and he was like, "Oh shit, I'm on the Cowboys, not the Steelers." Like, I was like, bro, I was like, come on, bro. At least he knew. He's like, hey, bro, let me chill. Fine, you take it too far. He's funny for that.
Just an absolutely fantastic season for himself. Really, the only downside for Dallas was working on how to keep him on the team in 2026. And I mean, after weeks and weeks of speculation, Pickens finally agreed to sign his $27.3 million franchise tag for the year on April 30th, which means that the team can really start looking forward to a serious assault on the playoffs, because this is a legit offense. All over. I mean, you've got Pickens and Lamb on the outside. You've got a 1,200-yard rusher in Javonte Williams, a real X factor in Kevontae Turpin, and a former All-Pro quarterback in Dak Prescott. So yeah, there's so much to fear and just think about when you're coming up against this Cowboys offense. Even for all the criticism Prescott's caught in Dallas too, he's clearly one of the league's better quarterbacks. And I mean, do I need to remind you too, he ranked second in MVP voting just 3 years ago. And with so many questions piling up around Nick Sirianni and his Eagles, it's no wonder so many people are starting to see this Cowboys team as a real threat to take back this division.
So, Akeem, what % chance do you give the Cowboys to win the NFC East?
The East? Shit, I'm giving them a 65% chance.
Wow.
Very high. That's high, right?
That's high.
Well, I'd say it's done. It's over. We won.
So what do you give the Eagles?
The Giants, yeah, I mean, they've had a good offseason, but they've still got some rebuilding to do. And if the Commanders can't keep Jaden Daniels healthy again this year, they'll absolutely have no chance. So for the Cowboys, this is the year they could put everything together. And I mean, look, I can already hear the reaction from rival fans. Cowboys fans have been waiting 30 years just to get back to an NFC Championship game, and we go through this every year with the boys. But I mean, honestly, looking at the business and the way they actually carried out this offseason, how can you not be impressed? They went all in on fixing
I ain't gonna lie, it's a stupid fucking loop. It really is. It's such a stupid loop. Like, it's so ridiculous, bro. Like, can we just get a ring, please, God? Can we just please get a ring, my dude? It's genuinely, everything is put together perfectly. Just please. I have more faith in this team than I did when we was going crazy. Please. Please, I just want a ring, bro. Let us get a ring.
In trades and free agency in the draft, they hired a new DC to preside over all of it, and the offense is still going to just be as good, if not better than last year. So now with a rebuilt defense, a new defensive coordinator with a Super Bowl ring, and one of the most dangerous offenses in the NFL, don't say I didn't warn, because when these Cowboys take the field in September, they're going to be so much better than you actually thought, and for the first time in 3 decades, we might be about to see something genuinely special down in Dallas. And when we do, we might just have to admit Jerry Jones was right about Micah Parsons all along. But if you did make it down this far in the video, I do appreciate you. Make sure you throw a like, comment, and subscribe. We got more.
Hey, bro. Good video. No cap. I like it. I like it. The Dallas Cowboys know exactly what they're doing, and it's working. That's the video, chat. Let me know if y'all wanted me to do any hip-hop things, hip-hop covers as well. You know, like, I like rap. But, like, yeah. Let me know how y'all feel about this, the video. What do y'all think of the Cowboys? How do y'all think we're going to do this season? Yeah. Let us know in the comments below. Oh my God, that rhymes. You gotta go. Ooh, that's hard as fuck. Let me stop. All right, I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace.